World, how's it going? Today we're going to wrap up the Peripheral, episode 7 and 8. This show's confusing as shit. I'm not even going to lie to you. Okay? There are multiple bad guys in this, I think. So many goddamn betrayals that I can't keep up. Like double crosses and everything. Well, we just going to start at the beginning of episode 7. And we'll just go from there. Okay? So episode 7, Tommy has like an inkling that something nefarious is going on behind the scenes. It's about goddamn time. Goddamn foghorn leghorn ass. He is completely slow, I believe. Tommy is. He's 100% slow. Anyone else would have gotten an inkling as to what's going on, and he's just like, there's a gun. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on, Tommy. People are dying. Bunch of people are dying. You just saw an invisible car, okay? And I need you to get with it, okay? I need you to pick it up. So after Tommy gets bossed around by the sheriff, who is telling him, you know, basically that you work for Mr. Pickett, and what's about to happen, you know, is not going to be true, but I need you to roll with this. And Tommy is still like, what do you mean? And he just stands there with this angry face. I think they wrote Tommy stupid on purpose, but he should have been like, come on, man, you're a sheriff, you're a cop, okay? Did you pass the ASVAB? Like, I need you to did you pass the test? Any test? Connor's, I think his name's Connor. Yeah, Connor's crazy, clearly. Him and Burton work well together. In this episode, they are in the peripheral or in the sim or whatever you would call this thing, and they are trying to get answers from Inspector Ainsley, who I just wish would speak plainly, along with everyone else in this show. Just talk normal, because I find myself half the time like, shut.
Shall we attempt it? All right, then.
Shut the...
The Met has detected 3 peripherals on site, running on AI. Would you summon them, please? I'd so enjoy it.
Shut...
A quick peek. And...
Shut up. But basically they figure out that the world... Not the world, but basically the world ends with them trying to... I believe trying to get the information from Flynn. I can't be certain about that. That's my assumption, that the world that they currently live in with the peripheral has ended because of this entire fight that they're having with Flynn and her family. I don't know. I can't be sure. Again, this is confusing. Someone out there I know has that answer. So if you have it, go and drop it down in the comment section for me, because yeah, it's a little confusing. From there we go to Lev. Lev, I believe. Lev is kind of a creep, and he wants to know what's going on because let's see, what's her name? Ash and her boyfriend. I think it's Mason. Maybe it's Ossian. They don't know how to whisper at all. So, I don't know what they're doing. Hold, please. My battery's dying. Alright. I'll be laughing at my tight-ass Santa Claus hat, neither. So, I'm not real sure why the world ends, or why it has changed the way it has. I don't know if it's because of the fight leading up to this, or from something else. I believe earlier that they said that there were three different things, or 2 different things that happened at one point, like people starved, and then this disease like kind of sought people out. So I think it's that. We're gonna go with that. But this story is very convoluted in the way that it presents itself. Finishing up with episode 7, so you got you got Willith, who is walking around like he is a runway model. That seems to be his job. He always has his hands in his pockets, and he's always like sporting that trench coat or whatever it is he's rocking. But that's just what Willith is doing. And then they seem to come up with this helpful tip right at the end of episode 8, where it seems to suggest that, oh, I know where my sister is. I didn't really like that. I thought maybe, she was somewhere different, but for her to just be waiting somewhere specifically for him to show up and discover her. You mean you could have just given a better tip this entire, like, what was going on this entire time? You was alive? You couldn't tap somebody on the shoulder? Some stuff in episode 8 I didn't really understand. So while we're talking about this, why don't you go ahead and like, share, subscribe? It helps out your boy. At least leave a like if you so choose. So I'm trying to understand this plan that Ash and her boyfriend Ossian have. So as they speak out loud about this plan that they have, because they've been absolutely cautious this entire time, and then they're just so careless as to hear a sound around the corner, and they both look, and they just start talking about their plan out loud. And then Lev hears them and says that he knew about their plan all along. So while in a fit of rage, sort of, he cuts Ossian's face. This leads Ash to betray Lev, because of course, to betray Lev and give Cherise Newland a way in, or tells her what the plan is, or what she'll give her something, or tells her where to find Flynn and her brother Burton, and she comes up with a plan of like a monster plan to just like wipe out an entire town just to get to Flynn and her brother. And she gives her the plan, and Ash only asks in return that she kills Lev. So you are going to wipe out an entire town. Hundreds and hundreds of people. Because Lev cut your boyfriend's face. We get to the finale where it's where Conner has to make a decision. They have this plan, and they feel like the only way that they can stop Cherise from killing everyone in town is for Flynn to be taken out by Conner and have her just put inside whatever they are in. Whatever you call it, that's what I'll call it. But she'll just live inside this thing. I say bullshit. There's nothing to stop Cherise from killing everyone for retribution. She could just go in there and just wipe everybody out. Just be like, should we do it anyway? Yeah, go and burn it to the ground. Go and blow them up so I can show this lady not to be fucking with me. Tommy's shitting his pants because Corbell Pickett is probably still alive. He still has a heartbeat, so they're probably going to wrap that up in season 2. Inspector Ainsley, I don't know whose side she's on. I don't know if she's double crossing Cherise by triple crossing Flynn. Jasper seems to be unimportant as anything to this story, but he seems to find a way because he wants to take over the role that Pickett had in the town. And he had his dumb cronies, which are all fighting over power, basically. And he kind of left everybody who was in contention for the top spot in a truck on the railroad tracks. And then had a change of heart and tried to go back and save them, but they died anyway. So I don't know. Maybe he'll have a bigger role in season 2. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna give you my closing thoughts on this show. This show to me was phenomenal, yet confusing. It could have been better in the way that it was explained. I didn't like how they added elements in episode 8, bringing Alita back, and she could have been back the entire time was slightly annoying. I don't know where Burton is, and maybe I missed that, but I don't know where he went. And then sadly we come to Connor possibly shooting Flynn. This could be another like fake out. You don't see her get shot, but who knows? She could be actually in her human form. She could actually be dead. So we'll see. I think this show was pretty good. It just like all shows. I mean, there are a few things that you don't like, but this one was a winner for me, man. I mean, I would recommend this for anybody to go watch, and I'm pretty happy with it. I still don't know if Cherise has superpowers though. Her and Inspector Ainsley. How are they doing any of what they're doing? How are they doing that? Inspector Ainsley, she just raised her hand and a building was built with no explanation. Everyone just looks and wonder like, oh, that's amazing. My first question is, excuse me, would you care to explain yourself? Like, how did you do that? How did you do that? Can I do that? So y'all be easy. And again, I love y'all and appreciate the comments. You guys are great. And Merry Christmas. Ho 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 and all that. Y'all be easy. Later.